Hi guys, and welcome back to Pogo to Africa. With the pre-release of Temporal Forces less than a week ago, let's jump right in and see what we can expect of this new set. Let's go. Temporal Forces will release on March 22nd, just in time for my birthday, with the pre-release taking place from March 9th until March 17th. This set will feature over 160 cards, 6 Ace Spec trainers, and 1 Ace Spec Special Energy, which is, of course, a new addition to the game. 13 Pokemon EX and 2 Terra Pokemon EX. 22 Illustration Rare, 10 Special Illustration Rare and Supporter cards, 6 Hyper Rare Gold Etched cards, and more new Ancient and Future Pokemon. The set description reads as follows. The ranks of Ancient and Future Pokemon continue to grow. Walking Wake EX breaks free of the past alongside Raging Bolt EX, while Iron Leaves EX delivers high-tech justice with Iron Crown EX. Outside Area 0, Wugtrio and Farigiraf, gotta practice that one, shift types as Terra Pokemon EX, and Pokemon trainers everywhere prepare for the return of Ace Spec cards with uniquely powerful effects. A Rupture in Time brings wild beasts and cyber visions to battle in Pokemon TCG's Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces expansion. So far, Prime Catcher, Master Ball, Neo Upper Energy, and Hero's Cape have been revealed in Japan. This means there are still 3 Ace Spec cards to be revealed. Ace Spec are powerful cards that are limited to only 1 of any per deck. Temporal Forces will be based on Japan's Wild Force and Cyber Judge, which are dual sets releasing on January 26th. They will be accompanied by 2 starter deck and build sets featuring a new Koraidon EX in Ancient form and Miraidon EX in Future form, which will also be incorporated into our set. Now, if we take a look at some of the cards that will be featured in Temporal Forces, we start off with one of the water starters, and that is Totodile. So in this card, you see a Totodile kind of grasping onto a little root or something there in the water. It's super cute. Totodile is one of my favorite later gen starters, so that is really cool. And I must say, I love the artwork on this card because the water really does look like it is reflecting the skies up above. One of the fire type cards that features in this set is Macago, and this card has actually a pretty cool ability. Lava Zone punishes your opponent's Pokemon for switching to bench, making them burnt. That could be pretty handy as it's a bit of pain to clear the special conditions on an already benched Pokemon. This is quite an awesome card as well. I love how the lava seems to be floating out of his shell, which is quite cool. One of the psychic cards that we would like to have a look at is Flutter Mane. Now, for those of you guys that are not as clued up with Ancient and Future, just like I am, that would be your regular Mischievous. After the 2024 rotation, which will take place in March, I think, I can see this card doing really well. In the absence of the super popular Path to the Peak, trainers are going to look for new ways to attempt to shut down their opponent's Pokemon abilities. While Midnight Fluttering may not be nearly as impactful this way as a card that shuts down all abilities, it might just be strong enough to see this card in competitive decks. Our friend Leon, if you are watching, let us know in the comments down below what you think about this card's playability. A new card that I am super excited for, of course, is the Gengar EX. Now, this is a dark Pokemon, of course, but I love Gengar just as much as the next Pokefan. That being said, I really can't see this Stage 2 Gengar EX actually being useful in Pokemon TCG Battle. Collectors might find it a great Gengar to add to their sets, yes, pick me, But as is, Gengar EX doesn't have much at all to offer players. If you have a look at the attack, Tricky Steps only hits 160, which is not that much. Not great. I don't know. You guys tell us what you think in the comments down below. Now, looking back at the Ace-Spec trainer cards in Temporal Forces, not many cards from Temporal Forces have been revealed in English yet. Luckily though, we've had 2 revealed so far. The first is the legendary Master Ball. Remember though, Ace-Spec cards are different than ordinary trainer cards in that you can only have a single Ace-Spec card in your deck. That's right, just one. No matter what it is, just one. Being able to choose any single Pokemon card from your entire deck to put into your hand is a pretty insane ability. And I imagine most Pokemon decks will want to run one of these. So, I don't know. You guys that are more clued up with TCG, let us know what you think. Is this a good offense, defense? Do you think this is worth a precious slot in your 60 deck cards? Let us know. Another possibility is the Prime Catcher. It's notable given the fact that Cross Switcher is a powerful card that will soon be rotating out, and Prime Catcher will be taking its place. Anyone who has played TCG would know that the ability to switch your opponent's active Pokemon out for one of their benched Pokemon is a powerful ability that can change the course of the game. So this one, in my opinion, might be a bit more playable than the previous one. Now, speaking as just a normal card collector, which is definitely what I am, I'm still in the process of learning how to play. I'm not too crazy about the look of these cards. The pink overdoes it for me a little bit. Maybe I'm just old school in that way. But definitely from a collector's point of view, yes, I'll be super chuffed to have all of the Ace-Spec cards. I'm not a big fan of the pink. Any case, now we get to some of the cards that I'm super looking forward to. And that is the special illustration rare cards. This Gouging Fire Pokemon not only resembles Entei, it has a similar playstyle to the well-known and existing Entei V. Only Gouging Fire is arguably the stronger of the two, with an attack that dishes out 260 damage off the bat, easily buffed via many fire boosting abilities in the game. Requiring only 3 fire energies to get off, Gouging Fire EX could easily be an entirely new deck archetype of its own, thanks to a plethora of powerful support for fire Pokemon, thanks to cards like Magma Basin and the underrated Mela from Paradox Rift. Now, this already, to me, someone who doesn't know much, seems like a pretty playable card. So, Leon, maybe you gotta hit me up when this set comes out and help me build the deck. I don't know, let us know. Next up is another really awesome card that I love the look of, and that is Iron Boulder EX. Now, it kind of does give me the Mickey Mouse vibe there in the background, with an extra ear, maybe, if you want to say it like that, but it kind of looks really cool to me. This Iron Boulder EX card is certainly cool and will probably even be one of the top chase cards of Temporal Forces. In terms of playability, however, I don't think this will be the fighting type card to bring fighting type decks back into the meta. While both attacks are certainly good, neither are outstanding, and players will undoubtedly choose other more powerful attacks like Gouging Fire over this less appealing attacker. Still a highly collectible card with exciting artwork. So for a newbie like me, definitely if you compare the two cards, you will obviously go for the card with the higher hit count, right? And also I kind of do favor the Pokemon in the forest with the beautiful scenery in the background above the Iron Boulder. This is going to be really tough for me to get to learn these new names, but hey, luckily we're in this together. Iron Boulder is also, as well as Gouging Fire, hitting up the 200 mark in this set, so this is going to be quite a large set to collect. Next up, we take a look at Walking Wake EX. This looks quite a bit like another popular Pokemon known as Suicune. And it features some of the more gorgeous artwork revealed so far to be part of the Temporal Forces expansion. Beyond its artwork and collectability, Walking Wake EX has an incredibly strong attack, enabling it to hit for an impressive 240 damage, provided the opposing Pokemon has a special condition on it. So that for me already is a no-brainer. If there's a condition to it, that kind of makes it a bit tricky, especially if your whole deck is dependent on this one card. But in any case, I'm just a newbie, so that's not super hard to do, given there are other notable ancient Pokemon cards capable of inflicting special conditions with relative ease. So Leon, I guess you will be able to school me here. Maybe it's not such a bad card, but it is a beautiful card though. I love this card. It is super, super cool. In the beginning, it was quite strange for me to get used to the future and the ancient cards. But this is kind of cool. I like it. It almost gives you an avatar type of vibe, don't you guys think? Okay, next up we have one of the funnier ones. I remember when this Pokemon was made public, there was quite a bit of joking about it on our Pokemon WhatsApp groups. And yet here it is. We thought they were joking at first, and here we have Raging Bolt EX. What do you get when you combine a Raikou with a dinosaur and a dragon? Well, a Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt features a similar sort of hidden landscape devoid of other living creatures besides the mysterious Paradox Pokemon. And while the other special illustration EX Pokemon certainly pack a punch, none of them can hold a candle to Raging Bolt's bellowing thunder attack. While the pairing of lightning and fighting energy makes us scratch our heads a little, will people use Sada to make that happen, or just Lost Box? Anyway, this attack is certainly one of the strongest in the game. Now we hit the future types. Iron Crown EX has been officially revealed as part of Temporal Forces, and this card looks absolutely bonkers. Appearing elegantly poised before a full moon, this Iron Crown EX may not be its own deck archetype, but it's going to be a powerful addition to the existing Iron Valiant EX deck archetype, allowing Iron Valiant to become an archetype in its own right. I love this card. I think this is the future form of Cobalion, if I'm not mistaken, but it is beautiful. It definitely gives you a bit of a Japanese vibe there in the background with the tree and the pink flowers, but it is super, super pretty. I love it. From a collector's point of view, definitely one of my chase cards. Now we'll just have a look at a few other artworks that we have put together from the cards that have been released. Now obviously the first one we need to talk about is the new Pikachu. I mean, obviously for those of you that have been watching our channel for a while, you will know that Pikachu is quite a big part of our channel here, as it is Sparky's favorite Pokemon. It used to be mine as well, but hey, we can't both love Pikachu. I mean, then you have to have double of everything. But in any case, moving along. So the little Pikachu is beautiful. It's super, super cute. I cannot wait to collect as many as possible of this card. Then we also have a Yamper thrown in here, which is also one of Sparky's favorite collectible cards, the dog cards. Super cute. It looks like it is ready to play and super energetic and hyper. We kind of both also like the new, is it Torterra, I think? Turtwig's Evolve. Super cute, with a little Marill riding on its back and one following in its footsteps behind. And there's a little birdie flying above it as well. Super cute card. Definitely one of our chase cards as well. Then we also have Saucebuck and its little one. Kind of two cards that when you put it next to each other combines to show us the 4 seasons. Now those of you that know Pokemon well will know that these Pokemon come in all 4 seasons. Which is quite cool. So this is a really special card, and I hope in future we will see the other 3 forms as well in similar cards. So this is really cool. I think this is a very, very nice artwork, and definitely something that I will also be collecting. The last one we're going to look at is I'm not sure if it's full arts or art rays or illustration rays, but Ghastly and Gengar. So the Ghastly card is definitely one of my favorites. You have a whole lot of ghosts there in the background, and there's a little Meowth as well, and the Gengar just with the awesome background there. Super cool cards, and we are definitely excited to get ever closer to the pre-release day, which will be next Saturday from when we are taping this video. And as we go along, I'm sure more videos will come out, more tips will come out about the cards that we can expect to see in Temporal Forces. So super excited. Let us know down below which cards you guys are looking forward to, and will you be changing your decks? Let us know. We are super excited to hear what you guys have to say, and we are getting ever closer to doing our birthday celebration for the channel. So don't forget, before you leave, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to make yourself eligible for winning one of our awesome prizes, and don't forget to ring the notification bell. So we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.